Missouri Republican Roy Blunt's a member of the Stations Committee. He's also the co-sponsor of Senator Scott Brown's bill aiming to end any inside trading in Congress. And Senator, welcome here to America's Newsroom.
Hey, Bill, good to be with you, and I was glad to join Scott Brown on his bill.
Yeah, and I want to ask you about that. By the way, Pelosi and Boehner both deny any wrongdoing in all this, but what is your message to members of Congress when it comes to information they pick up in meetings?
You know, my guess is, knowing both Nancy Pelosi and John Boehner, that there was no wrongdoing, but we ought to be sure that there's no appearance of that as well. And this law just simply says that the same SEC violations that would occur with anybody who has inside information would also be violations if you're a member of Congress. Now, I've been in lots of meetings in Washington, D.C., and in very few of them did I find out anything that I couldn't have learned on Fox News or Fox Business or read in the paper. But if you do find out something that nobody else knows, you shouldn't be able to use it.
That's interesting. But so
we should be clear about that.
If you've been in a meeting about a weight loss drug that's about to be approved, or maybe an aircraft company about to get a lucrative contract, I mean, you hear about that before we do.
Well, if that's the case, I shouldn't be able to take advantage of that. But I've been in lots of congressional briefings when I could go outside and stand and listen to Fox News or Fox Business or some other news affiliate and get the same information I was getting inside. But if you do get that kind of special information about a contract, about the banking environment we were in 2008 and beyond, you shouldn't be able to take advantage of it. Members of the House and Senate report lots of things now, but one of the other things that we'd require is, instead of that annual report, if you do have a stock transaction over $1,000, you have to report it quarterly instead of annually. And if somebody wants to make it even quicker than that, that would be okay too. Usually the best information is just public disclosure of what you're doing, and then and making a insider trading violation a violation also should assure people that members of Congress aren't going to take advantage of things that other people don't know.
It sounds like this has touched a nerve among your colleagues, has it?
Well, I think it probably has, but I think all of my colleagues understand that when the approval of Congress is at 9% or 13% or whatever that low number is, you ought to be doing all you can to assure people that members of Congress are living under the same laws that other people in our country live under. And this would be an example where you'd just be saying that what's good for the stock trader, what's good for the person on the corporate board, also applies to members of the Congress.
Why not,
if they know that kind of information.
Only makes sense. Otherwise, that 9% drops to 4.5%.
Oh, yeah.
The way things are going.
I'm not sure where the 9% are coming from, based on whether it's an approval of the job being done in Washington right now. But anything we can do to create a greater assurance that people in Washington have the same obligations that people all over the rest of the country have, we ought to be doing.
All right, we'll see if you get any pushback on this or whether it sails through. Roy Blunt,
hopefully we can get it done.
You bet. Thank you, Senator, for your time today.